You may be seated.
Hello, Your Honor.
Hello.
This is a case of Puckett versus Macon.
Thank you, Jerome. Good day, everyone. Good day. Ms. Puckett, you claim the defendant, Stephen Macon, fathered your child while in a relationship with his current girlfriend, Ms. Glover.
Yes, Your Honor.
You claim you can prove he got you pregnant at the same time, and now you both have 2-year-old children named Stephen Macon Jr.
Yes, Your Honor.
You're asking the court for a DNA test to prove that Mr. Macon is the biological father of your 2-year-old son. And Mr. Macon, you claim to have concrete evidence that will prove to the court there's no possibility that you could be Miss Puckett's child's father.
Yes, Your Honor. She got 5 kids by 5 different baby daddies.
And you could be the 6th.
No, I ain't. No, I ain't. If we ain't have sex till like 3 months after, I wouldn't even have sex with her.
But you did have sex with her.
Me and Miss Glover, we wasn't together at the time.
Did you use protection?
Yes.
You did?
But it was.
Okay, but there was a malfunction.
Right. Before we even had sex, 3 weeks after I met her, she got my name tattooed on her neck.
You got his name tattooed on your neck 3 weeks after you met her?
We ain't even had sex yet.
No, I didn't.
All right. Yeah. So, Ms. Puckett, take me back to this relationship. You were having sex with Mr. Macon, you find out you're pregnant. Mm-hmm. Then what?
And then I call him and I tell him, that I was pregnant. I told him, he said, how? And I told him, because I took a pregnancy test.
Did you know he had a girlfriend that he was off and on with?
No.
So in your mind, what was this thing you all had?
Well, we were dating. He was treating me real good. He buy me stuff. He gave me money when I needed it. He say if I needed anything, my kids anything, he'd do for him. When I was pregnant, he was rubbing on my belly like he was happy and he was concerned about it. And I have a picture of him rubbing on my belly when I was about 7 months.
Let me see that picture. Jerome, will you hand it to me, please? Is this you, Mr. Macon? Are those your hands and your jacket?
Yeah.
So what do you have to counter this evidence that Ms. Puckett is presenting?
It's not my child. No, she was sleeping around with a whole lot of people. I know it for.
Do you have any proof of that? Did you bring the court anything? Did you hear anything? Did you talk to someone? Did you see her? Did you catch her?
Yeah, my own friends, they used to spend the night over there. Like, it wasn't nothing.
Your friends used to spend the night over her house? Like
That's a lie, Your Honor.
I didn't have sex with her till after 3 months after I met her. She wanted to have sex every single day since she met me.
Okay, and what you saying when you was kissing all on my neck and you was following me to my bed and going to my bedroom trying to take my clothes off?
Come on, man.
So you were saying you weren't a willing participant in this?
No, I felt like it was too easy. No, I'm saying that I felt like it was too easy. Okay, you trying to throw it at me? Okay,
well, you got it. You had sex with her. I don't understand this.
Come on, man.
I don't understand this, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna take that smile as a symbol of your nervousness, and not that you think it's funny.
Right.
To have 2 young men running around this world called Stephen Macon Jr.
No, it's not funny.
Both have your name, and coming from a family where, in my father's line, there is a 4th. I couldn't imagine if my father, who is the junior, was looking at another person that had the same name. Giving someone their father's name is about creating lineage, line.
Right.
Not this way. Not 2, right?
Right.
So now this is serious.
Last week, before we came to court, he sent me a message. Would you like to see that? He sent me a message off of Facebook saying that if it was his, that we all was gonna move in together.
Oh. Get out of here with
he
that,
said
man.
Me, her baby, and my kids, we all gonna move in together if it was his. Then he sent me another one, said if it was his, and it come out to be his, that we was gonna make love to the sunrise.
Right, I said that.
So you have evidence of that?
I have one of the evidence.
Jerome, will you please hand that to me, please? So this piece of evidence is a text.
Yes.
From Mr. Macon.
Mm-hmm.
If he is, like I said, I'll apologize to him. I'll come get him and whatever else needed, and I'll apologize to you, and we can blank till the sun comes up.
What? Okay, all right.
Is that a text you wrote, Mr. Macon?
Yeah, I wrote it.
Let's move forward from this. Take me to the day you actually gave birth. Was Mr. Macon there?
He came in, you know, and he was looking at the baby, playing with my son. And then so he said, so what you naming him? I said, I'm naming him after my brother. I said, because that's what my grandma wanted me to do. No, you're not naming him that. You're not naming him that. You named him Steve. So he said, call the nurse. So I buzzed the nurse. The nurse was there as a witness, because you know the nurse got to be there at all hospitals before they let you sign anything, an affidavit or anything like that. And that's what I did. I called the nurse and she said, are you sure this is your child? He said, yeah.
I stayed at the hospital literally, I don't even think it was 10 minutes. I looked at the baby. She asked me, what you want to name the baby? You gonna sign the birth certificate? I said, look here, I gotta go. I got some things I gotta do, and I left.
That doesn't even sound right.
Seriously, that's exactly what happened.
So, when you looked at the baby, you felt like there's no way this is my child?
No.
And then you were done then?
Yeah, I was done. I was been
So
done.
you didn't sign a birth certificate?
No.
If you want more episodes of Paternity Court, make sure to subscribe and click on the notification bell.
I have proof showing that he signed a birth certificate.
I'd like to see that.
Now.
Jerome, will you hand me that evidence, please? Certificate of live birth, child's name, Stephen Terrence Macon, Jr. Father, co-parents, current legal name, Stephen Terrence Macon. Is that you, sir?
No, I ain't saying that. No.
You know, this court understands that sometimes we get a little less than the truth from the plaintiffs and the defendants. So the court called the hospital in your home state where Ms. Puckett delivered, and their requirement is that a father, biological father, before signing a certificate of birth, must provide a social security number and sign the birth certificate. Did you provide that?
No.
What do you feel like she forged your name?
She could have.
All right, I want to hear from your witness. Ms. Glover, please stand. Maybe you can make some sense of this.
Hi.
Ms. Glover, we know that your child is named Stephen Macon, Jr. as well.
Correct.
Do you believe Ms. Puckett's child, Stephen Macon, Jr., is in fact your boyfriend's biological child?
No, I don't believe that at all.
Why?
Can I start from the beginning?
Please
Her
do.
sitting here saying that she didn't know about me, let me tell you, I was at work. I worked at a gas station, minding my own business. She sent some of her little friends up in there. I guess she heard my name but didn't know exactly who I was. I go home, I talk to him, I'm like, who is this precious girl that these folks came up to my job asking me about? He's like, oh, I don't know. So I put my detective hat on. I'm like, okay, you don't know? Let me find out. So I'm minding my own business. Steve's phone is ringing. So I'm like, who's that on the phone? He's like, oh, it's somebody playing on the phone. I had already heard about the precious girl. So I'm like, your phone ringing, everything is starting to add up. Let me answer that for y'all in the plan. Hello, who's this? She like, my name is so-and-so. I used to live with Precious. Your man, Steven, is sleeping with her. So I came to her door. I'm like, woman to woman, okay. He was like, oh no, don't go up there. So I'm already curious. I'm like, why doesn't he want me to go to this mysterious house if there's nobody that he knows lives there? So I knock on her door. Who's there? I hear rumbling, doom, 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 doom. I hear folks doing backflips, body jumps, and everything behind the door, okay?
She knocked on my door like she was security or something.
I said, I hear you. I said, open the door. Next thing I know, I heard click, click. The lock, she didn't hit the lock. She got smart, because I was about to walk up in there, but she got smart. I don't need no case. So she hit the locks. I'm like, I hear you in there. You might as well come out here. Your friend directed me to your house. So you're not answering the door. I already know what it is. So I go back out to the car. He looking nervous because he don't know what happened.
You went to confront her.
Yes, as a woman, because a man gonna lie. You know, if he can feel like he can get away with it, a man gonna lie.
So you went to figure out what exactly happened.
What exactly y'all got going on?
To get the truth from him.
Because I didn't heard your name twice. You know what I'm saying? I knew we was going through things, but he didn't want to be honest with me about it.
Can I say something?
And so were you there the day she knocked on the door?
Yes, I was there. I didn't answer because I have kids, my kids in the house, and the way she was doing, boom, 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 kicking the door.
Why
would I answer the door like that?
I ain't gonna do nothing to no kids. I'm coming for you.
To me,
I'm coming
I don't know her.
All right, let's let's get some order. Let's get some
Literally
order.
An obsession.
So you were there.
It's sickening. You know, I've been with this man 6 years. I ain't never thought about getting no tattoo on me. You got 5 kids, but 3 weeks later, you go get a man tattooed on your back.
Miss Glover, she wouldn't have been prompted to fall in love enough to do something as silly as put his name on the back of her neck if he wasn't with her.
I mean, he can be with her all you want to be, but it's hard about...
So at some point, you have to acknowledge that he was with her.
3 weeks, though? Come on,
Your
now.
Honor,
What
she
kind
can't
of woman
abuse
would do
that.
that?
She's a young girl.
I've been with him 6 years. Okay, I was young, too, but I'm not going to go get no tattoo
But
on me.
everybody makes their own mistakes.
You're right, but she's obsessive.
Everybody makes their own mistakes.
She wasn't so obsessive.
Your mistakes are not her mistakes.
Exactly, but she's...
I mean, do you really... Look, Miss Glover. Do you think for 1 minute this young woman really wants that for her life?
No. If she wasn't...
No. Do you really think this young woman wants that for her life?
She picked her path. I don't feel sorry for her.
No. That's not my question. That's not my question. Do you think that situation is what she wants for her life?
I'm not sure. I can't get...
Okay,
I'm not
so
sure.
that's where I just needed to ask you those series of questions because sometimes when people give testimony, it's important for me to understand the intention behind their words.
Mm-hmm.
And now asking you that series of questions has alerted me that your intention is to completely discredit her at all costs. I get why there's animosity between the two of you.
It shouldn't be, though, Your Honor.
Look, but I get it. This is a difficult situation, and as I can see from hearing Mr. Macon's testimony, he does not help it any. Because you just right in the middle with your hands in your pocket like you didn't have anything to do with it when you got everything to do with it and everybody got your name. Miss Glover, how did you find out that that Miss Puckett's child was named Stephen Macon Jr.?
Okay, let's talk about this. I go to the WIC office. We got a little local WIC office. Everybody know everybody. It's about 2 weeks. My son's probably about 2-3 weeks old. I go in there. He's there for his little checkup. They weigh him. They're about ready. They're entering his information in the computer. Next thing I know, the lady's like, oh, hold up, I made a mistake. I'm like, you made a mistake? What? What kind of mistake could you have made? She was like, I entered your baby under the wrong person. And I'm like, what do you mean? She was like, because there's a baby born on July 4th of this year, and his name is Stephen Macon Jr. And she read it out, and she's like, and his dad's name is Stephen Macon Jr. too. And then she realized she said too much. And I'm like, what? I come outside, I'm like, do you know that this girl named her baby after you? And I mean, he looked devastated like me. I mean, literally, he dropped down like, you got to be kidding me.
When you told him this information, you truly thought he was genuinely surprised.
Exactly.
To hear that she had named her child Stephen Macon Jr.
He stood on it.
Mr. Macon, was this the first time you heard that this child was named Stephen Macon Jr.?
Yeah.
First time in your life?
Stop.
Yep.
You lying as the day is long. I can see that from here.
Okay.
He already knew because he was there. He signed it. And ain't no nurse gonna let you sign no birth certificate. I can't just sit there and sign his birth certificate without a nurse being there to see that he's who he say he is.
I had a baby in Illinois. Mind you, they want the social security number and they want the name, but they don't need no ID. You could have had anybody stand up in there.
How do you think your name got on this birth certificate?
I don't know, but it ain't me.
So, Ms. Puckett, before I go to these results, I have to ask you, do you have any doubts? Were you with anyone else?
No, when I was with Mr. Macon, I did not sleep with nobody else.
So, when I open these results, I'm not going to be surprised.
No, Your Honor.
All right, Jerome?
Come on, Jerome.
These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics, and they read as follows. In the case of Puckett versus Macon, when it comes to 2-year-old Stephen Macon Jr., it has been determined by this court. Do you want to watch Paternity Court on TV? Go to paternitycourt.tv to find your local listings. In the case of Puckett versus Macon, when it comes to 2-year-old Stephen Macon Jr., it has been determined by this court Mr. Macon Sr., you are his father.
You know what? You sent her that text message talking about some that's your baby, that y'all gonna have sex on into the sunlight. Well, sunlight time, baby. I'll holler at you.
Miss Puckett, what do you feel, vindicated?
Just hurt that he wasn't there for him. That's just really hurt. And I just tried to tell him.
I apologize.
Yeah, your jerk factor is on 10, Mr. Macon. I'm not gonna lie. You have gotten on my last nerve today. Came in here with no evidence, could barely put a sentence together because you're smiling and laughing, because your nerves are shot, because you're lying. So you got 2 little boys now. You gotta make them understand this. Do you understand? So, the court has resources for you. If you all need to talk to somebody, work this out, figure how to talk through it, take advantage of the resources we have for you, all right?
Okay.
But figure this out for these 2 beautiful little children. Are we clear?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court is adjourned.